Hey guys, so it's Monday and we just finished up with working on pieces for the right stuff. So now it's time to start something new, okay? So we are going to start working on writing a story. So this is a fiction story which is completely made up. The sky's the limit. It's going to be super fun, okay? So we're going to take you through and work on this story piece by piece. So each day is going to be a new part of our story. We're not going to write the whole story in one chunk, okay? We're also going to be using the Story Champs model, okay? So we're going to be using Story Champs, which are has all of the parts of a story to help us organize our story, okay? So if you remember that, it's how it goes: characters, then setting, then your problem, how your character feels about the problem, the action, the solution, and then the end feeling or the lesson, okay? So on this slide, you're going to have this video, and then you're going to go through and work through everything that you need to do. So the very next slide, okay, let me move this video down, okay? Looks like this. It shows the assignment on Seesaw, and then here's a checklist that you need to work your way through. So it says get on Seesaw, find the fiction story assignment, and click add response. Okay, think about your story and fill in the parts under Monday brainstorming. That's all we're going to be doing today, guys, is we're just going to be doing some brainstorming. And then look right here, it says do not move on to Tuesday. We're just going to do Monday's part, okay? So one piece at a time. And then it says after you are finished, check it over, and then submit it. But then note each day we're going to send this back as a draft because this is a working document. Okay, so let me show you what it's going to look like. Here in Seesaw, you can see I'm under activities. Okay, and here we have something called a fiction story. When you click on this example, you're going to see that it says Monday brainstorm. Okay, and then you can see the parts of Story Champ. So who are your characters? What's your setting? We gave you the problem. Okay, something is lost. You get to choose that something, but your character has lost something, and then you have to think about what that feeling would be, okay? Then you go into the events of your story, because if we just go straight to something is lost and then they find it right away, that's not a very good story. You need to have a little bit of friction, a little tension. Your character has to try some things that don't work before that story is actually solved, okay? So what's your event, your first event? What's your second event? And then finally, what's your solution? And then your end feeling or even your lesson. What lesson did your character learn? Okay, so that's what you're doing today. And then look, when you keep going, you'll see it says Tuesday, brilliant beginnings. We're not going to do those. Okay, we're going to save those for the next day, and this is what that template kind of looks like, but we're going to save that. Okay, so I already started a response, so let me jump into it. Okay, so here's my student sample. I'm going to click, actually I'm going to get to where I can maybe, okay, so here's my student sample. I was hoping I could maybe edit it, but not looking like it. Okay, so Monday brainstorm. So here you can see where I actually did an example. Okay, so all I did for this was I just started with a text box for each one. So here's my characters. Okay, so my character is Jamie the chicken. Okay, this happens to be a chicken that Emmett named after me, and I kind of love this chicken. So that's who my story is going to be about. This chicken is mainly gray with white spots, and it has like a red head, has a little bit of red to it. I also described how the character is, like who that character is as a person, like their personality traits. So Jamie the chicken is nervous and afraid of everything. And I was thinking that would maybe be kind of important for my story. And then that my character could change somehow. Okay. So my setting, I thought, well, where would a chicken live? So a chicken lives on a farm, but then I also wanted this farm to have this scary fence line close to the edge of the woods. Okay, so thinking about on a farm, that's a comfortable place for a chicken, but the fence line, that's a scary place, okay? So then my problem is something is lost, and I thought, well, what would a chicken really need to lose? So the golden egg, Jamie's golden egg is lost. She has to find it, okay? My character is worried and scared about having to go find it, worried that she lost it, but then also scared about having to go find it. And then you'll see I continued on. So here are my events. And I had to think these through. So the first thing I thought, okay, what would Jamie the chicken do the first thing? Okay, so event number one, asks around to see if anyone has seen it. but nobody has, okay? And then after that didn't work, my second event was she figured she probably just ought to start looking around the farm. So she's starting in these safe places, looking around for this golden egg, but she can't find it anywhere, which leads me to my solution, okay? Jamie the chicken finally gets brave enough to look on the other side of the fence and finds it under a stump. Okay, so that's my solution is she had to cross. Remember how at the beginning she was nervous and afraid of everything? Well, she had to get brave, cross the fence and find it under a stump. And in the end, Jamie the chicken is feeling proud and learns it is important to be brave sometimes. My door just flew open. Okay, feeling proud and important. Whew. And they also learn that it's important to be brave sometimes. So those are my parts. Now notice a couple of things. These are not complete sentences, okay? This is just brainstorming. So I'm just getting those ideas out there, thinking through my story, beginning, middle, and end, and then thinking about how it's going to go through, okay? That's all you have to do today, guys. Eventually, you're going to see we're going to tomorrow move into brilliant beginnings, and we're going to go through, and you can see how I've written those stories, magnificent middle. Whew, having a hard time talking right now. You can see how I've gone through these stories and I'm using these story champ icons to help me. Okay, but again, all I'm working on today is Tuesday. So when you come in here and you go to add a response, okay, adding a student sample, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so you're going to see that it says Monday brainstorming, and then over here, you can see these are all of the pages of this working piece that we have. Okay. So right here, what I did was I grabbed a text box, okay, and I just started typing in, lost it, okay. So my character was Jamie, the chicken. Then I put the colors gray, like what my character looks like and what their personality traits were. Gray, white spots. And then at the end, remember, you can always make this box. Let's hope it works today. You can always make this box so that it fits right in there and make it a little smaller. It's a little tricky, okay? But then describe your character, okay? And then I'm not finished because remember I said my character was nervous and then scared of everything, okay? So I'm going to click out. See how it got a little too big? I'm just going to make that box a little bit smaller so it fits right inside of there, okay? So looking at all of these different parts, okay, I would just have to go through and add my setting, okay? Once you go through, you do the first part of your story using the story champs icons, get through your second part. This one we have 2 events or 2 actions, get all the way through, and then when you click on the next page, it says Tuesday, and that's where you're going to stop. Okay, stop on Tuesday. Make sure you click that check mark all the way through and upload it. Okay, and then when your teacher comes through to approve it, okay, when your teacher goes through and approves it, it's only going to be sent back as a draft. Okay, and make sure you're checking those comments and things. And then tomorrow, we're going to work on the next piece of our story, which is the beginning. All right, have fun brainstorming. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with on your stories. Have fun.